Can you tell us, uh, first of all, is there anybody in particular you would have looked up to as a mentor?
In the Ahepa family, yes. Not only Alexadis, but prior to that, there were people like Mr. Common, Mr. Agnew. In fact, Mr. Agnew and I became very, very good friends. He used to call me on a weekly basis. And he was kind of a guy I looked up to him because both of those gentlemen were like Chrysostomos. You know, what came out of their mouths was so golden, such wisdom that everybody really paid attention to them. So I really appreciated that in my early days. I was younger, to hear what they had to say. They always, if they made a statement, they always backed it up. It was really great. Well, the project that I started thanks to my brother Greg, who's still living at 88. He was district governor for several years in the Vermont, New Hampshire area. And he was telling me about a thing that they had. And I introduced that, and between Dino Cremidas and I, we were able to do that raffle that we had, that Bill Barnes kind of does right now. And that was very, very successful. And it still is. So that was one of the important things that I kind of created that I really liked doing. Okay, well, something that I often thought about. I had been nominated for president for the chapter for a long time, and of course, when you're vice president for a long time, it's almost without saying that if you're nominated for president, you should accept it. But I got so involved with Sunday school, and I got so involved with the library, and I got so involved with teaching that I didn't feel that I could have done the kind of thing that I would want to do. It would just take up too much time. Because when I'm an officer, I try to give it my very best. And if you're a president, as both of you know, it's almost like a second marriage. It takes a lot of time. Well, I think what Ahepa seems to be doing now, right now, they're outreaching to the community. I think that's very, very important. They're offering scholarships to young people. I mean, well, you can't beat that. And they're having these dinners, and they're having these raffles to be self-sustaining. I think if we can continue in that vein and do that well, I think that's pretty good. Eventually, I'm sure that with the type of administration that we've been having in the last 4 or 5 years, that we're going to be thinking of other things to do. But outreaching to the community and the scholarships, I think that's really commendable. I would encourage them to be as proactive as they possibly could be and get themselves on a committee. It's only when you get yourself on the committee, no matter if it's a HEPA or the Masonic group or a school group, that you get to know what everything is all about, and it makes more sense to you, and by being active, you become more involved. And once you're more involved, I think that you're going to appreciate the objectives of those
Bill,
schools.
tell us now, quote unquote, you're retired. You don't have anything to do anymore. I mean, I'm sure you just lounge around all day long. Go ahead. What are you doing? What are your hobbies? How are you keeping active?
He's about pool now, right?
Okay, well, I like to be at home, and I like to I like to do my own lawn work. At this point, I'm able to do it and plant flowers. I love that. And right now, in the last 2 or 3 years, I've been doing teacher subbing, and I really, really like that. I cater to Bonnie Branch Middle School, and I never thought that I'd be one to go into middle school, being in elementary school for almost 40 years. But it's really a challenge. I get to meet young teachers, and I can encourage them They know my background because the principal has spread the word, I guess. And I just like going and taking different assignments. And one thing about being a sub, you can refuse the assignment, you can cancel the assignment. But at this school, I really like that school because they're really into kids. And like this week, I worked 5 days. I worked in 3 science classes and phys ed class and a math class. And I was a happy camper. I really like that. And we like to go on vacations. We've traveled in Europe extensively. And then I'd like to go to California. I have a sister right there. And we do a lot of fun things together. And I like to visit Charlestown and Las Vegas and AC every once in a while to give me some diversification. And going to Ocean City, going swimming, that's one of the things that I really like to do the best. But 9 months out of the year, I really like subbing.
All right. Okay.
44 years, no, 54 years coming up.
Okay. Anyway, Mary, what's it been like living with this guy?
It has really been great. It really has. Now, don't I surprise you?
All right. Well, all I can
It
tell
has.
you is Bill is he's said nothing but praises for you. So you are a very, very influential part of this man's life. I think you're the main purpose of it. You and the family. So. Anyway, I want to thank you for your hospitality and everything and for having us in here because
You're welcome.
Bill is a very, very valued member and brother. He's a mentor. I look up to him as Lucas does and all the brothers do.
Thank
so
you.
I want to thank you all. Thank you both for having us in your home and giving us the opportunity to do this. Okay, I really, really do
You're
appreciate it.
And I think Ahepa appreciates it too, especially the chapter.
Yeah. Bill, just Bill or Mary, just so we tell us about your kids, what they're doing, your whole family.
Okay, we have 2 children, Nick and Adrian. Nick's the oldest, about 5.5 years. Nick is an oncologist. Mm-hmm. Adrian was vice president for one of the departments for T. Rowe Price. Then when she had her 3rd child, she said, "Dad, I'm going to be a soccer mom." And she's got herself, with all the children, she has 3 children. Nick has 4, 2 of which have already graduated. And his 3rd one happens to be a son, my namesake. And he's going to Clemson. We're very, very proud of him. And little Mary Lynn, Mary's namesake, is going into the 8th grade. So they're high achievers, and we're very, very proud of them.
Well, you should be.
Been very lucky.
Well, like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? So,
Yeah, that's what I keep telling them.
Yeah,
exactly
right.
I mean,
Correct.
you're model people in the community
Oh, thank
and as
you.
parents. So, want to thank you both very, very much. Okay.
You're
Well,
welcome.
And
thank you very much for this honor.
Well, it's an honor. The honor and the pleasure is all ours. And thank you for being a part of our chapter and a part of our lives.
Well, thank you.